All right. Well, thank you again, everyone, for joining us for another Super Saver series. Today's topic is KCU and You. So we're going to be talking all about Kohler Credit Union and the resources we have available to help our members with their savings. All right. So why KCU? Kohler Credit Union has been around since 1938. We are a non-for-profit financial cooperative, which means we're owned and governed by our members. We don't have any shareholders like banks often have. We're all member run and organized. We have 13 branches here in northeastern Wisconsin, and as well as 11 counties that we provide our service area to. So why you? Well, when you do better, we do better. Kohler Credit Union, we have really great members, and that makes a big difference for us and how we're able to serve. We use member feedback to develop and provide products and services to meet needs, as well as having membership perks available to thank our members for being part of our organization. So some of these member perks that also can help you save. There's a whole list here, but I'll highlight a few of them. The first is discounted tickets to the Milwaukee County Zoo. If you weren't aware, members get that access. There's a spot on our website for that as well. 10% TurboTax services. Again, taxes are one of those things that come up every year, and we have a little bit of a discount for that. We also offer a free notary service. So if you need some paperwork notarized, you can work with any branch to have that done for free. We also offer members 2 complimentary 30-minute consultations with a legal firm here in the area for legal advice. Again, they do a really great job of being able to just help answer some of those questions, as well as our financial education resources. So beyond just this webinar series, we also have a bunch of resources available, and we can go into them a little bit more later in the presentation. But the ones I'd like to highlight are Bonsai, which is a great resource that offers adults and teens financial literacy articles, quizzes, calculators, coaches, walk through things that can be really helpful in starting your financial journey. We also have a blog, This, That, and Chit Chat, where you can check out financial topics, as well as It's a Money Thing. It's a Money Thing is a really great option for youth. They have fun animated videos that cover different characters talking about money and different financial topics in a way that's understandable, but not inapproachable. So first, one of the big things you hear about for savings is savings accounts. So at Kohler Credit Union, we have a bunch of different types of savings accounts available. The basic share, any member who starts a membership with us has that. Which is a basic savings account, but we have other options as well. 2 I would like to highlight include the Savers Sweepstakes. Now, this is a specialty saving account where your entries are counted as your savings. So the more money you save, the more money you have, more entries, the more chances you have of winning. Now, this is something that goes across the state of Wisconsin. It's a partnership between different credit unions. However, we have our own internal monthly drawing for members as well that they can win. You can win $100. And so those winners are drawn every month, and they have a grand prize winner at the end of the year for $5,000. So it's a fun way if you're one of those people that needs an incentive to save, this can be a really good motivating way to save, because every $25 you deposit into your savings goes into that entry for the month. So that can be a fun way to gamify your savings a little bit. We also have the Christmas Club. Again, holidays are one of those big spending times that a lot of people have. Holiday gifts, travel, food, all those kind of expenses do come up and can catch you off guard. So the Christmas Club is a great program that allows you to create an account just for that. So it's available to open any time of the year, and you can save up for that holiday spending. So the dividend interest earned and your money saved is transferred into your regular savings account or shared account annually on October 1st. So right in time for that holiday shopping. But there is a penalty if withdrawn before October 1st. So it's a really great way that, again, if you don't need to save money for it and you want to be more intentional, it's a great way to put that money in there and have that intention of keeping it where it is to avoid that penalty. And it's also easy way to kind of plan ahead for how much you're saving for. If you have a certain amount you want to reach for, it makes it easy to figure out how much you should put in each month to save up for that for the holidays. Now, along with savings accounts, we also do investment accounts. So some of the more common ones that we have are share certificates, individual retirement accounts or IRAs, as well as premium money market accounts. We all of these accounts kind of tie in with our investment and retirement services program. So they're an entity that partners with us to be able to provide personalized support for long-term investing in retirement. They can help manage 401ks and different investment vehicles that way. They also give some really great free seminars and educational events, and I strongly encourage you to check those out as well. So a little bit more about these investment accounts. So share certificates, some other organizations call them CDs. Here at Kohler Credit Union, we call them share certificates. And so that money is reserved in an account for a set period of time, which is the term, for a set interest rate. Now, this varies depending on the type of account you want to put together, whether you want the share certificate to last a short time or a long time. The term options run from everywhere from 2 months up to 5 years. So especially if you have those long-term, but not too long-term savings goals, let's say you have a vehicle or something you're trying to purchase, or you want to plan for a bigger vacation, these can be a really great option if you have a set timeline of when you're going to be making that purchase or when you're pulling that money out. And it's also really good for those that have trouble with spending. If it's something where, like, if you still have access to that money in that account, you're likely to be tempted to pull it out to spend on something else. With these certificates, they're reserved in that account that you can't access, so that makes it easier for the longer term spending. And then also premium money market accounts, similar but different to share certificates. These ones are kind of like a version of a savings account where the interest rate varies based on the market. On account balance. So depending on how much you put in, that's how much you're earning. So these ones are pretty high to start. They do have a minimum of $10,000. But again, for those longer term goals for things like down payments on a home, college and retirement, that's an option that might be more helpful versus a share certificate. And unlike share certificates, you can also withdraw those funds as needed. You don't have those same requirements of having that money held. Digital banking. Digital banking is one of the resources that comes to all of our members, but there's a lot of really great ways that you can save with our digital banking resources. So you can set up your digital banking with your app to receive alerts for major changes on your accounts to prevent any identity theft or fraud. Oftentimes, it's one of those things people might think, oh yeah, that's set up. Double check, talk to our team if you need help setting it up. They're happy to help make sure you got the right alert set, that if you have something change, you get that taken care of right away. You can also use the credit score simulator to make smarter financial decisions. It kind of reveals what's impacting your credit score, what actions you can take to help improve it, help build up some of those, that credit score and credibility. It also can help you identify and dispute credit bureau errors. That's something a lot of people aren't aware of, but you can dispute with the credit bureaus. There are 3 credit bureaus, and you can dispute with them if you identify something that you think is wrong, whether it's like a missed payment or something else that comes up. You can contact them and dispute it, but we have the information on the app that you can be able to do that if you see something come up. And then finally, you can also get personalized money saving offers. So again, it's able to provide some of those additional resources based on your current spending and savings habits. Now, talking a little bit more about the family side. So we talked more about those individual accounts. This is more on those family group savings. Of course, kids, we want financial literacy to be a big part of everyday life. So we have a couple of different options for helping with children's financial literacy, as well as helping them become a little bit more independent when it comes to their finances. So the first is SpamZoo. This is our subscription service that allows teens to have their own prepaid cards with parental monitoring. So it's kind of like they get their own debit card of sorts, but you get to monitor it. So it's still within our regular banking app and allows you to help them set spending and savings goals. If they want to buy that new Nintendo Switch or something like that, you can help them set that goal and help them build up that savings. You can also freeze or fund those accounts on the go from your app. That's really helpful too if they're doing chores or you need to help refill that account, or if you need to freeze that account for a stolen card or a lost card. You can easily do that on the go as well. The next thing is custodial accounts. So these are very similar to your regular checking and savings accounts, but they are for teens and children who have an adult guardian on the account with them. It doesn't necessarily have to be a parent. It could be a grandparent, aunt, uncle, someone that they trust. And so that can be a really great way as well to start having those monitored financial literacy pieces. And then finally, we talked a little earlier about the It's a Money thing. We also have It's a Money Thing Junior. So there's an even younger base. It's kind of designed for that elementary school age, and it covers the basics of things like spending, saving, how to make money, those types of pieces that help to build some of that financial literacy. And they're fun. Next, we have scholarships. So scholarships, we're getting close to graduation season again. So talking about our scholarships, Kohler Credit Union offers five $10,000 scholarships here locally and within our branches in our region. So our requirements are that a student or their parents must be members of the credit union for 2 years prior to the beginning of the school year. It's cumulative grade point average of at least 3.25. And they have definite plans to attend a 4-year college or university in Wisconsin. And it's really based around that merit and having students that want to stay here in Wisconsin and get their degree. And so these are really great opportunities for our members and their children to be able to have some additional financial support throughout that college experience. Now, we talked a lot about really positive, fun ways about saving and different resources and tools we offer, but sometimes it can be a challenge and life comes up with struggles and things like that too. So we have for staff here at Kohler Credit Union who are certified credit union financial counselors, so CCUFC. And so we have staff at different branches that are able to help and do financial counseling and support individually. And they can meet once with someone or with you or your family, or they can meet with you on an ongoing basis. If it's something that there's an ongoing issue, you can call and schedule an appointment. Our team can set you up with somebody who's close to where you are, whether it's in your branch or a nearby branch. And these credit counselors can also help with making personalized support. So they're private and confidential, but they also want to offer support with making spending plans, navigating those financial difficulties, improving credit scores. If you've got a big purchase that you're trying to save for, they can help you make a plan, whether that's a home or a vehicle. They can also help with debt repayment too. So if you have issues making your loan payments or having issues with your mortgage payments, they can also provide some support in helping you connect with the right resources for that. And the service is free for our members. So if you need that support, don't be afraid to ask for help. So that kind of wraps up our different types of saving resources here at Kohler Credit Union. Again, we can't do it without you, and we hope that these resources can be helpful in your Super Savers journey.